Hi everyone, today we're talking about going on a nature walk. And today for my assistant, I have my grandson Lincoln. He is 3 years old. So we're going to specifically talk about going on a nature walk with a toddler. So before we start, I want to read to you from the book of Deuteronomy, Deuteronomy 4, verse 9. It says, "Do not forget the things your eyes have seen, or let them slip from your heart as long as you live." Chapter 6, verse 7 is talking about God's commandments, and it says, "Impress them on your children. Talk about them when you sit at home and when you walk along the road, when you lie down and when you get up." And when you go on a nature walk with children, it's really easy to not think about what you're doing. And so what I'm going to just share with you today is to be, is to be really deliberate. Be deliberate with your walks. What Lincoln and I have to share with you today is a couple different things. I'm not being paid by Target, but everything I'm going to show you came from the dollar bin at Target. This is a backyard bingo card, and when you're in your own yard or your own neighborhood, you can just move the blue slides every time you see any of these things. It helps you focus on stuff to do outside with your children and get them out of the house, and it's really easy. And you talk with your kids. Who made the leaves?
God.
Who made the trees?
God.
Who made the frogs?
God.
Who made wormies?
God.
And so you just tell your boys and your girls, when you talk with them, you tell them God made everything and God's creation is beautiful. So this will focus you.
How do you do this?
You just slide them. You just slide the blue over with your fingernail. This is a bingo card, or you could use it to teach numbers. This is an insect tally: worms, ants, beetles, dragonflies, and praying mantises. So what you can do is just make an X on your grass with painter's tape, and you can watch the grass with your toddler and say, we're going to count how many worms we see in the square. We're going to count how many ants, and you make tally marks. It's a counting tool. It's also an observation tool where you just look at an area and you don't move, and you talk about God's creation. The last thing we want to share, and Lincoln's going to talk about this, when you go on a walk, you can do a scavenger hunt. You can look at the different things that you're finding in nature. So Lincoln, can we talk about what we found today? We'll talk about this one later. What did we find today? What's this?
A stick.
How many sticks did we find?
1,
2.
2.
And maybe that's all. And then what are these?
We have 1 week. 2. 5 weeks.
Oh, well, 3. And this one is 4.
4.
And this is
5. 6.
And that's a special seed pod. And then we have a couple of other things that we found. And again, it's from the dollar bin at Target. You can just look for these different things. Look at them carefully. We found another leaf, and then we found an acorn.
Like the little box on.
It's a little hat. And we found some rocks.
We found some rocks.
We can't put those in the grass because the mower will get them. So who made all the things that we found on our nature walk?
God.
Who made all these things?
God.
And who gave us his creation for us to enjoy?
God.
Can you sing God Made Me?
God made me.
No, we have to sing it. God made me. God made me. In my Bible book it says that God made me. Yay!
Yay!
So it's really easy to do a nature walk. It's really easy to talk about God, but the Bible tells us to do it deliberately. So if you do nothing else today, talk about God's creation with your kids, because when they're little, they believe it 100%, and when they're older and they really need to know that God made them, God created you in his image. God made you on purpose. He didn't make any mistakes. This kid knows it, but sometimes my teenagers forget it. So if you tell them now and you drive it into their little brains, when they get big, they'll know in their heart for sure it's true. So have a great day. We'll see you next time.